on film without him in there?
Yeah, I mean, it's they're not going to make much of it. It's a huge loss, right? I mean, it's a huge loss because he was a great leader. He's a great defender. He was excellent in pick and roll and creating shots for others. He was really quick. Just his maturity and poise, won a lot of games last year, and has won a lot of games over his career. He's an experienced guy, and anytime you lose somebody like that unexpectedly, and at a time where you're beginning to, you're right at a time where you're starting to play better. They certainly are playing better, and then they're beginning to go into conference, right? And to lose somebody at that stage, puts a lot of pressure, on the other guys, and they've done an admirable job, right, of stepping up and been in every game, and certainly won some games, with the start, in conference. But we have a hard league, right? And when you lose one of your best player, that's going to challenge any team. But I feel like they've done very well, considering that situation.
I know the goal is to approach every game exactly the same regardless of the opponent, but what have you found throughout your career in your stops? What have you found works with 18 to 22-year-old kids when you are facing a team that is struggling like Richmond is? I mean, do you point out that, all their games, most of them have come down to 2 possessions and they're in all of them?
Yeah, there's no question about it. I mean, I think they can beat anybody, just like any team in our league can beat anyone. I mean, I think, Fordham's, come alive here, right? They've had 2 wins, recently. And so I don't think this is a league where you can, and I think most leagues are like this, where you can just say, hey, we got this one, right? And, for us, every game that we approach it the same way. Like there's a sense of urgency, that you have to have to win basketball games, and there's a way that you go about it, and our guys understand how we prep, and they understand that we can be beaten at any time. We just were beaten, and so we need to respond in an appropriate way, and it just so happens that a team right down the street that we're used to playing year in and year out, we know they want to win and we want to win, and so we have to be ready, ready to play.